Roblox Doors is a fun Roblox horror game where you have to hide from various different entities. These entities are made to be a fun and scary encounter, and you can learn how to deal with them. In this video, I will be ranking all of these entities, starting off with Rush. Rush is a standard node entity that flickers lights and travels through all the hallways, breaking lights and killing anything in its path. Rush is a good entity and they are necessary to the game, so I will give them a low A tier. Next up, we have Ambush. Ambush is similar to Rush, but they can rebound a few times. I love how they are introduced as an intense entity with the ambient noise that plays when they're about to spawn. And I think they are very good, and I will give them a high A tier for these reasons. Now we have Eyes. If you look at Eyes, they quickly damage you until you either look away or die. Eyes is alright, but they don't really do too much. It is good to have entities like them, as the game would feel much more bland without them, but I still have to give them a middle C tier. Next up, we have Dupe. Dupe spawns in rooms with multiple doors and hides behind the wrong numbered door and makes breathing noises if you get too close. Dupe is a pretty decent entity, but they do have one flaw. You can completely cheese them by just clipping your head into the wall next to the door. Because of that, I have to give them a low C tier. Now we have Screech. Screech is an entity that only appears in dark rooms in the hotel and can spawn anywhere in the mines, but spawns more in dark rooms. Screech is a decent entity, they feel fair and they add to the scariness of dark rooms. For these reasons, I will give them a high B tier. Next up, we have Halt. Halt constantly chases you until you exit the room, and Halt has a custom room for the hotel and the mines. It will also teleport in front and behind you from time to time, causing you to have to switch directions. They are a pretty good entity, just a little bit too easy though. I'm gonna put them in the middle of B tier. Now we have Seek. Seek is guaranteed to spawn twice in the hotel and 3 times in the mines. Seek will chase you for multiple rooms, causing the player to crouch under objects and make quick decisions. However, at door 200 in the mines, their goo fills up a dam and you have to parkour on objects, trying not to fall in the goo and avoiding attacks from the big massive goo. Seek is one of my favorite entities in Doors. All of their encounters are very fun, especially when you play them for the first time. Easy S tier. Now we have Figure. Figure is guaranteed to spawn twice in the hotel and most of the time 3 times in the mines. Figure is blind, so they rely on sound to catch people. If you crouch and stay out of their path, then you will survive. They are another good entity in my opinion. I found their encounters are intense, and because of that, they get placed just below Seek in S tier. Now we have Jeff. Jeff has a shop in the hotel and the mines, and you can buy items from them. They also have an absolutely fire jingle, easy S tier. Now we have El Goblino. You can see them in Jeff's shop in the hotel and mines and talk to them. They're also one of the best entities, that being because they're responsible for all the ambient noise in the game, which has a ton of eeriness to the game. Easy S tier. Now we have Mob, and they literally do nothing. S tier because funny skeleton. Now we have Void. Void attacks players too far behind in the hotel and mines, and are necessary for Doors multiplayer to function, so they get S tier too. Now we have Snare. Snare spawns in Doors 90 to 99 in the hotel, and everywhere except the final encounter in the outdoors. Snare is, in my opinion, just kind of annoying. I think the game would be fine without them, but I'll still give them a low C tier. Next up we have, Funny Spider. Next up we have Sally. Now Sally is the worst entity in all of Doors. No matter what happens, there's a bad outcome. If you drop an item, then you lose that item, it's gone forever. If you don't, that's force damage. It's so stupid. And they also normally spawn in the first half of the hotel, where items are, guess what, less common. Because in the second half, you'll already have items from the first half. Easy F tier, they're the worst entity in all of Doors. Let's move on. Now we have Jack. I think Jack is fine, they just have a rare chance to jump scare you every time you open a door. I'ma put them in the middle of B tier. Now we have Shadow. I can't really rank them to be honest, because they literally do nothing and are extremely rare. I haven't even encountered them before. Now we have Gloombats, our first Mines exclusive entity. They break lights and damage players using a light source, except for laser pointers. They are pretty decent and definitely add some challenge to the mines. I'll put them at the top of B tier. Next up, we have Giggle. They spawn on the ceiling of the mines, make a giggling noise, and fall on players that walk directly under them, dealing damage in the process. They are very annoying and can feel somewhat unfair at times, but they aren't too bad, so I'll put them at the top of D tier. Now we have the Grumbles and Queen Grumbles, which I will be ranking together. They spawn at door 150 in the mines, in a huge nest where the player has to find anchors and not get hit by the Grumbles who patrol the nest. In my opinion, I think that the nest is actually really bad right now. It is hard to traverse, buggy, and the Grumbles aren't even that hard to deal with. I think they definitely have potential in the future, but for now, they gotta go in the middle of D tier. Now we have Louie. Louie spawns in the walls of the mines, and you can give him items in return for items like cheese, bread, and a green soda. They're a nice entity, they help the player and have a good design, so I'll put them in the middle of A tier. Now we have A60, the first entity from the rooms. They do not flicker lights and are fairly quiet, and rush through the rooms very quickly. They're still balanced though because the rooms are very quiet and have many lockers, so I'll put them at the top of B tier. Now we have A90. A90 is kind of like Screech in a way, but much harder, making you have to stop moving completely. Once you get used to them, they aren't too bad, so I will put them at the bottom of B tier. Next up we have, oh no, here we go. A120 is so annoying. I hate their stupid smiley face and everything about them. They're so buggy, and safe spots against them barely work. It is so inconsistent to hide against them, even if you're completely out of sight. I'm hiding in a side room completely out of sight, and guess what? They still kill me! It makes no sense. It is way too hard to tell if they're rebounding or not, so you just have to stay next to a locker, because guess what? They can come out of literally nowhere. It is stupid, and I will never, ever like them as an entity. It got to a point where I went into a run with the admin panel, spawned them, and used the job application crucifix on them. They're the most annoying entity in this game, except for Sally, and I will forever despise them. Easy F tier, they absolutely suck. Okay, I'ma just move on. Next up we have Haste, our first backdoor exclusive entity. They spawn if you run out of time and kill you after about 10 seconds. They're pretty bad in my opinion. It feels like straight RNG if you get enough time or not. I'm gonna put them at the bottom of D tier. Now we have Blitz. Blitz is a lot like Rush, but they can stall in a room before moving forward. Unlike Haste, they're actually well balanced, so I'm gonna put them at the top of B tier. Now we have Lookman. They're like the eyes of the back door, but so much more annoying than eyes. For me, they go in the middle of D tier. They're very annoying. Now we have Vacuum, and they do basically nothing. If you walk in a side room, there's a chance for Vacuum to spawn behind it in the back door, sucking you in. However, all you have to do to avoid them is back away immediately after opening a side door. I'm gonna put them in the middle of C tier. Now we have the Groundskeeper, the first outdoors exclusive entity. They kill you if you step onto the grass, and also save you on multiple occasions throughout the outdoors. They are a great entity. I'm gonna put them at the bottom of S tier. Now we have Mandrake. They spawn in the grass, and you have to put them back in their hole or get the Groundskeeper to kill them for you. They're decent. They're not that difficult, but they also function well, so I'm gonna put them in the middle of B tier. Now we have Surge. Surge is also a little bit like Rush. They're lightning that kill anybody not in a closet or in shelter. They're a very cool entity with a good design, so I'm going to put them in the middle of A tier. Now we have Monument. They're a weeping angel, and they're fairly quiet and they insta-kill. They're very annoying, it is hard to notice them, and they're very punishing. So they're a little bit unbalanced, but they're still pretty good. I'm gonna put them in the middle of C tier. Now we have Eyestalk. Eyestalk is the Seek of the outdoors, causing the player to run through multiple rooms, avoiding snares along the path. They are another great entity in my opinion. I'm gonna put them at the bottom of S tier. Now we have Bramble. Bramble is the final encounter at the end of the outdoors, and they kind of act like red light, green light. When their light is on, don't move. When it is off, you move. I think they suffer the same issue that the Grumbles do. I mean, it's hard to navigate the maze, but Bramble themselves are like way too easy. I'll put them at the very top of F tier for now. And now we have the Cause. They do nothing. You can feed them bread, that's it. I'm gonna give them B, because at least they contribute to the atmosphere with like their cawing sounds. Now we have Grampy, the groundskeeper's fodder. Fodder? Father. You can give them 8 lotus petals for a lotus flower, which is basically just a respawn point. And they're pretty cool, and they have aura, so S tier. Now we have the World Lotus. They're a giant flower, and they are very powerful. They don't really affect gameplay, but they probably will in future updates. I won't rank them yet, because they will probably change a lot. Now we have Glitch. Glitch is the void of subfloors, preventing players from falling too far behind. They also have a lot of lore, especially with the addition of the Daily Runs game mode and Kringle's Workshop, so I will put them in the middle of A tier. Now we have Guiding Light. They want to help you, saving you from Seek and Figure and providing help through the Moonlight Candle, Moonlight Float, and Crucifix. They are a good entity and also very important to lore, so I will give them a high A tier. Now we have Curious Light. They don't really care about the player. They're also very important to lore again, so I'm gonna give them a middle A tier. Now we have Mischievous Light, the only architect without lines yet. They're my favorite so far though, being responsible for most modifiers, which make the game so much better in my opinion. I'm gonna put them at the top of S tier. Anyways, this is a final ranking. Also, apparently I forgot about Dread and Hide. I'm sorry, bro. I actually just forgot, I swear. I don't know how I forgot about Dread and Hide, but I remembered Bob. I remembered Bob, but not Dread and Hide. I'm sorry. Anyway, that's basically it. I didn't rank Shadow or World Lotus because, I don't know, man. Waffle emoji. So tough. Sally, A120, and Bramble are the worst. I don't think Bramble's that bad, but, they're just too easy. And then we have D, all of these. C, we have all of these. B had the most, I think. A, and S. Anyways, that is it for today. Goodbye.